بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة ولم يخش إلا الله فعسى أولئك أن يكونوا من المهتدين.
يطيب لي أن أعلن لكم اليوم من مدينة الرسول الكريم عليه الصلاة والسلام عن رغبة ملحة تخامرني منذ إن شاء الله أن أتسلم زمام الحكم في وطني العزيز باستبدال مسمى صاحب الجلالة بلقب أحبه يشرفني أن أحمله وهو خادم الحرمين الشريفين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر.
The Prophet's Mosque in the city of Medina occupies a prominent place in the hearts of Muslims and in their history as well. In the pre-Islamic era, the city had gone through several stages of development, all minor. With the Prophet's arrival and the construction of his holy mosque, the city immediately became the nerve center of the nation of Islam, securing for Muslims happiness in this world and the bliss of the hereafter. In the first year of the Islamic Hijrah, the Prophet's holy mosque was built in Medina. So simple was the structure at the time that its roof was made of palm fronds. Enlarged in the 7th year of Hijrah, the mosque became square-shaped, measuring approximately 100 cubits in length. It included the Prophet's mosque, his place of prayer, his prayer niche, and the holy Rauda. The keen interest shown by the early caliphs and other Muslim leaders in extending the Prophet's holy mosque was maintained by their successors. Latter-day sultans and kings followed in the footsteps of their predecessors, thus keeping the tradition alive. Minarets and domes were added, walls, cylinders, and gates were gilded, thereby enhancing the splendor of the architectural lines of the mosque. Towards the end of the Ottoman era, the Prophet's holy mosque was extended further on orders from the Ottoman Caliph Abdulmajid. The new extension, brought to completion in the year 1277 Hijrah, added 1,293 square meters to the mosque's area. Under the new extension, domes were built to replace the wood roof. 90 years or so were to pass before a fresh extension of the Prophet's mosque was to be carried out, this time upon orders from King Abdulaziz, may his soul rest in peace. The royal directive was for work to start in 1372 Hijrah. Houses adjacent to the periphery of the mosque were pulled down as part of the extension project. Their owners were duly compensated. So were owners of the land, which was used for the same purpose. The new extension, the first in the Saudi era, was brought to completion in 1375 Hijrah. By adding 6,024 square meters, the new extension raised the total area of the mosque to 16,327 square meters. These two extensions, the Saudi and the Ottoman, blended well, and their architectural lines and aesthetic designs were in perfect harmony. From the beginning of his reign, the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Fahd, made it clear that the welfare of the two holy mosques was as close to his heart as it was to his father, Imam Abdulaziz ibn Abdurrahman, may his soul rest in peace. Throughout his reign, marked with unparalleled achievements in various fields, King Fahd's interest in the welfare of the two holy mosques has remained a top priority. On Friday, the 9th of Safar, 1405 Hijrah, the custodian of the two holy mosques laid the foundation stone for yet another extension to the Prophet's holy mosque, the largest ever. The groundwork started with the demolition of houses which were in the way. Their owners were fairly compensated. The site of the new extension has an area of 82,000 square meters. The structure is so spacious and solid, so rich with aesthetic touches and decorations, that all previous extension schemes pale in comparison. The latest engineering and architectural concepts were utilized in this project. Some were sheer innovations put to good use for the first time, such as the sliding domes, or the giant sunshades with their unique design, the electric escalators, which make it easier for hundreds of thousands of worshippers to move from one floor to another, to name but a few. The porticos, supported by endless rows of columns, the towering minarets, which have no match in height in Islamic history. The courtyards of the mosque, historically the most extensive, are covered with heat-deflecting marble slabs. The Prophet's Holy Mosque is a fine piece of architecture on a very grand scale. As such, it needs round-the-clock maintenance. This is promptly provided by the General Presidency for the Affairs of the Holy Mosque and the Prophet's Mosque. These and other equally impressive features have made the Prophet's Holy Mosque a truly prominent landmark on the face of the earth. The custodian of the two holy mosques has spared neither effort nor funds in the service of these holy places. He cares for the well-being of the pilgrims, the visitors, and those who come to the kingdom to perform the minor pilgrimage, Umrah. The architectural lines and the various designs employed in the extension project are typically Islamic. They blend perfectly with the spiritual halo which envelops the Prophet's Holy Mosque. Directives issued by the custodian of the two holy mosques laid emphasis on this point. The foundation of the new structure entailed the use of 8,500 piles sunk into the ground 30 to 50 meters deep. Their total length comes to 30 kilometers. Some 100,000 cubic meters of reinforced concrete were used in the substructures. The steel piles dovetailed with the iron bars used in the columns, the minarets, and the 1,877 substructural blocks made of 70,000 cubic meters of cement reinforced with steel. On completion, the new extension added a further 82,000 square meters to the area of the Prophet's Mosque, large enough to accommodate nearly 170,000 worshippers. The roof, with an area of 67,000 square meters, is fit for use as a place of prayer and could easily accommodate 90,000 worshippers. The area of the first floor of the Prophet's Holy Mosque is now 98,500 square meters. That is 5 times larger than the pre-extension figure. With this substantial increase, the Prophet's Holy Mosque has now the capacity to accommodate nearly 1 million worshippers during the holy month of Ramadan and the pilgrimage season. The extension, carried out at the initiative of the custodian of the two holy mosques, features porticos supported by more than 2,100 arch-topped columns. The architectural pattern in use is designed in such a way as to satisfy uniformity and reflect a sense of harmony with the first Saudi extension. The extension ceiling is made of 95 units, of which 68 are fully covered, while the rest are reserved for the sliding domes. The extension, initiated by the custodian of the two holy mosques, has provided the Prophet's Holy Mosque with 6 additional minarets, each 104 meters high. 4 of these 6 minarets rise up from the 4 corners of the extension, while the other 2 tower over King Fahad Gate, far north. Topping each minaret is a gold-plated crescent weighing 4 tons. These 6 minarets together with the original 4, give the skyline of the city of Medina a marked halo of spirituality and an aura of matchless splendor. There are 9 main entrances to the extension building, constructed on orders from the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, as part of the Prophet's holy mosque. 7 of these entrances, those facing east, north, and west, have 5 adjoining gates each, along with 2 side gates. The other 2 main entrances, located on the southern side of the building, have 3 adjoining gates each, in addition to 4 side gates. The extension also has 10 other gates, leading to and from the place housing the escalators, which carry worshippers back and forth between the ground floor and the roof. There are also 18 internal staircases. 7 domes and 2 minarets stand high above the gate of King Fahd ibn Abdulaziz on the northern side, in a vivid and eloquent demonstration of the typical characteristics of the splendid Islamic architecture and ornamentation. Topping the extension are 27 sliding domes, weighing 80 tons each and measuring 14.75 meters in diameter. They stand 3.5 meters above the extension roof and 16 meters above the ground. "40 tons of iron were used for the domes, which open and close automatically to permit natural ventilation whenever the need arises."
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La
The custodian of the 2 holy mosques, may Allah keep him, made it a point to monitor, either personally or by proxy, all steps taken with regard to the extension project, from beginning to end, from the blueprints to the final touches. He was always ready to provide the kind of facilities needed to overcome any difficulties or impediments that might face this giant project. This benevolent attitude was the motive behind the installation of 12 sunshades over 2 courtyards. These sunshades, made of Teflon, are 306 square meters each. They are fireproof and can provide effective protection from ultraviolet rays as well. Though large, they are quite manageable. They can be folded and unfolded automatically. The fact that these sunshades satisfy the requirements of lighting, ventilation, and cooling is another advantage, so that worshippers could be protected from the sun's heat. The service premises of the new extension, sponsored by the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, consists of 15 4-story buildings, 6,214 ablution points, 2,432 toilets, and 116 electric escalators installed in 30 different locations. There are 30 staircases as well. The extension also features 27 other buildings earmarked for special services, such as health centers, medical clinics, control centers, an equipment repair center, a fire station, and a security operations room. Moreover, the extension, sponsored by the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, features a special standby power station, initially equipped with 6 generators. 2 more were added later. Another generator is responsible for the power supply to the car parking lots. The 7 generators have the capability of producing enough electricity for the lighting of an entire city.
أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله.
The Prophet's Holy Mosque is served by an air conditioning plant operated by 6 electric engines, packing 7,000 horsepower each. Located 7 kilometers from the mosque, the plant boasts of the largest water cooling condenser in the world and is capable of pumping 17,000 gallons of cold water per minute, all the way to the mosque and back, through special ducts inside the service tunnel. By this sophisticated air conditioning system, one of a kind in the world, air is filtered, cooled and circulated with a refreshing impact all over the mosque through openings located at the bases of columns. Zamzam water is transported from the central cooling plant in Mecca to its counterpart in Medina by tankers the year round. There are 7,000 water coolers all over the place. They are regularly filled with Zamzam water by 200 attendants and by twice that number during the pilgrimage season and the holy month of Ramadan. The floor of the Prophet's Mosque is covered with 10,000 carpets. Cleaning the carpets and other items of furniture is assigned to 800 male and female cleaners employed on a permanent basis under the supervision of the Department of Furniture, an offshoot of the General Presidency, Deputyship for the Affairs of the Prophet's Mosque. In addition to what has already been said about the extension, one should mention the fact that it was instrumental in the emergence of an all-encompassing development upsurge in the city of Medina. A modern road network was built along with flyovers and tunnels to facilitate traffic to and from the Prophet's Holy Mosque. The latest in the art of Islamic architecture and ornamentation was put to good use in the extension, sponsored by the custodian of the 2 holy mosques. A great measure of harmony and symmetry was achieved between the mosque's old and new features. Doors, gates, windows, columns, arches, and ceilings all were in good taste and in full harmony with the originality of Islamic art at its best. The royal care for the welfare of the Prophet's Holy Mosque is now as vivid as ever. It is being channeled through the General Presidency of the 2 holy mosques and its representative, the Deputyship of the General Presidency for the Affairs of the Prophet's Holy Mosque. The latter carries out the royal directives and is in charge of all activities relating to supervision, control, maintenance, and development. The General Presidency for the Affairs of the 2 holy mosques keeps abreast of things new and comes up regularly with effective ideas that enable people visiting the Prophet's Holy Mosque to enjoy maximum comfort. In so doing, it seeks Allah's pleasure in the first place, then that of the nation's leadership, and draws its inspiration from the constant care extended by the custodian of the 2 holy mosques to the project, from its inception and until the last brick was laid in the year 1414 Hijrah, thereby bringing to conclusion the greatest extension which the Prophet's Mosque has ever witnessed. For him, the emergence of this giant edifice in the best of shape for the service of Islam and Muslims all over the world is simply a beautiful dream that has come true.
أشكر رب العزة والجلال اللي من علي وقدر أن أقوم بهذا الواجب العظيم للإسلام والمسلمين، وأرجو من الله سبحانه وتعالى الجزاء، وأرجو إن شاء الله أن يسر الله على هذه البلد وشعبها وتجعلها وتكون دائما قدوة للإسلام والمسلمين.